California Governor Gavin Newsom announces a plan to increase testing for COVID-19 across the state.
School of Cinematic Arts students organize a petition to pause production classes. We get a reaction from production students.
And the Aquarium of the Pacific hosts a virtual program for their 20th annual Earth Day celebration. Annenberg TV News is next.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
I want you to know you'll be left wanting if you woke up to this discussion and we're going to hear that we're reopening large sectors of our society. We're not prepared to do that today. I very much look forward to making those announcements, and we won't wait week to week to make those announcements. When we're ready, we'll make those announcements in real time.
Governor Gavin Newsom is modifying the stay-at-home order, highlighting 6 critical indicators that will be considered before opening parts of the state. Good evening, I'm Noah Camrus reporting from West Hills, California.
And I'm Lauren Labruna reporting from Fullerton, California. California is recommending that high-risk groups get tested even if they don't show symptoms, making it the first state to test beyond the federal guidelines.
Today, we are announcing 86 new sites that will become operational, that are focused from a socioeconomic lens, focusing on Black and brown communities, and focusing on rural communities.
Governor Newsom's aforementioned 6 indicators are: number 1, protect the community through testing, contact tracing, and isolating. 2, prevent infection in people who are at risk for more severe COVID-19. 3, the ability of the hospital and health systems to handle surges. 4, to develop therapeutics to meet the demand. 5, for businesses, schools, and child care facilities to support physical distancing. And 6, to determine when to reinstitute certain measures when necessary. LA County's public health director today talked about a change of strategy for dealing with people who are asymptomatic.
It turns out that we were wrong, and with new information, it's become clear that asymptomatic people are capable of spreading the virus. And this is particularly true in a facility where all of the care for most of the residents happens because employees are bathing people, they're feeding people. But in having what they need, it's become clear that part of that is our obligation to make sure that we're able to test all residents and employees for the virus.
As of today, the reported number of cases in LA County has risen to 16,435, and the total number of deaths is 729.
Hi, I'm Jaewon Jung reporting from Fountain Valley. It's becoming more likely that fall semester will begin online. Many schools have already canceled on-campus classes for the rest of spring, but Cal State Fullerton announced it's preparing to begin fall semester virtually. Here's what a professor and some students had to say.
Official word is that there was probably some miscommunication or error. Everyone thought they were dead, they were going to go online. Now, in terms of today's email, and to paraphrase today's email, they want to be prepared to go online, but they want to sort of ooze back into face-to-face classes. So.
I actually got some texts from my friends saying that their professors told them, but none of the students have actually received any emails even saying that they were planning on it or preparing for it.
We help the students with their lighting class, so that means they can't get the experience that they need, and I can't assist them.
For high school seniors, Grad Fest and prom night is already called off. And now, the possibility of starting college online is just another added stress. I spoke with prospective university students about their thoughts.
Because as a senior, we already got second semester kind of ripped away from us. And then I got some news yesterday, and it says that they're trying not to move into the online learning. So that was kind of uplifting in a way.
I'm Adam Tolson reporting from Marin County, California. Students in the School of Cinematic Arts are signing a petition to pause the physical production track if they cannot return to campus this fall. Over 600 people have signed the change.org petition.
Our teacher is very trying to do the best he can with using a Barbie doll and trying to light it in his house to show us stuff, but it's still really hard to engage. Even in class, you would always have to be right, you go hang up the light now, you do this.
What the petition is essentially asking for is to kind of put a pause on the production track, allowing our students to either be able to complete other courses that we could do online that wouldn't kind of replace our regularly scheduled production classes.
Many USC students have raised concerns about how the coronavirus could affect the curriculum for the fall semester. USG President Truman Fritz shared 3 possibilities that the university is discussing.
One being status quo. We are completely back in person, ready to go in fall semester. Second, that we will have some kind of hybrid system in between being in person and being fully online. We're still figuring out what that looks like and how that'll operate at the university level, at the state level, and of course at the USG level. And third, we are preparing for the possibility that we might be online fall semester.
With very few people on campus, DPS has changed its operations to make sure staff and students still living at the university are safe.
DPS primary mission is keeping students, faculty, staff, and visitors and the campus itself safe. And that continues during this pandemic. When each employee comes to the DPS station on campus at the beginning of their workday, they are screened as they come into the building. Their temperature is taken. They're asked certain questions. Fortunately, so far, everybody's healthy. It's our duty, once again, regardless of the circumstances with the pandemic, we have to be here. It's what we signed up for.
Non-essential businesses in Georgia are set to reopen as early as this Friday, which has left many workers concerned for their health. This is Awa Jama reporting from Woodstock, Georgia, and I spoke with gym and barbershop employees to get their perspectives on this new order.
I'm not comfortable going to work at the moment directly after an expected peak. If our boss asks us to come in, we're going to come in.
My concerns with that are putting my clients at risk, putting my own household at risk. We definitely cannot adhere to the 6-foot distancing guideline in our profession.
Hi, I'm Amanda Anyofong reporting from downtown Los Angeles. This week on Cross Continental, we take a look at South Korea. Early widespread testing seems to be paying off. Cafes are crowded again and there are long lines outside the Apple Store. Today we spoke to an office worker who lives about 20 miles south of Seoul. He talked to us about how the pandemic has affected him.
Right now, because of the coronavirus, my life in Korea is just work and home, work and home. Because I work at a company where I get a monthly salary, I have not experienced any financial hardships, nor have I lost any assets. However, my mom is running a restaurant and the profits have gone down by 50%. Also, the restaurant went from 7 employees to only 3 now.
He says masks are required everywhere and no one is permitted to enter a store without one.
I'm Lindsay Beister reporting from the Chicago suburbs. Today, the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach held its first ever virtual Earth Day celebration. I spoke with the aquarium's president about their Earth Day plans and the current crisis's effect on their business.
Today, we've had animal interviews, we've had puppet shows, and tonight we will have an adult lecture about the ocean. People who visit and what they spend getting into the aquarium and in the gift shop and food, that accounts for about 75 or 80% of our total revenue stream, and that's all gone away. We're hoping that we're going to be able to open on a reduced basis, say about June 1.
Hey everyone, Tyler Meyerly here in Corona, California, and it is draft eve. That's right, while the rest of the sports world has halted, the NFL is bringing a little bit of normalcy with the first ever virtual draft. As far as layout goes, the draft is the exact same, still 7 rounds, still the same amount of time allotted for picks. The only difference being that everything is done remote, which I don't know if we've ever seen something of this caliber being done. And a lot of us are nervous. For example, while teams always had 10 minutes to make their pick in the first round, everyone was usually in the same war room. Now everyone is home having to make these calls, all relying on spotless internet service. One player we will definitely see drafted tomorrow is USC's Austin Jackson. Most likely will land with the Seattle Seahawks. Wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr. could move up into the first round, but we'll definitely see him get picked up sometime by Friday. The draft is live on ABC and ESPN starting tomorrow at 8 Eastern. Jordan, what else do you have going on in the NFL?
I'm Jordan Hunter reporting from Sacramento, California,
In other NFL news, tight end Rob Gronkowski has come out of retirement and has been traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he'll be joining former Patriots teammate Tom Brady. Officially, the Patriots will be sending Gronk and a 7th-round pick to Tampa in exchange for the Bucs' 4th-round pick. Here's a video Brady posted on his Instagram earlier today, expressing his excitement about the reunion.
A little tired, but Gronk reporting.
Gronkowski joins wide receivers Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who combined for nearly 2,500 yards last season, and running back and USC alum Ronald Jones is second in what should be an explosive offense in Tampa Bay.
99, 100. I'm Kevin McNamara, getting a workout in here in Pasadena. You know, staying active is more important than ever as social distancing continues. But the fitness industry is one of many that's been turned upside down by the coronavirus pandemic. I spoke to some personal trainers about how the business is staying afloat.
Luckily, I have a really great clientele, and even with all of this going on, the majority of them are still training just over FaceTime. It's the only time they have to really get away from the kids or their work and actually like get their own time and actually get up and move.
Morgan Mitchell started her own training business after working at Equinox for 6 years. The company is one of many gyms in the $30 billion fitness industry to shutter its doors after being deemed non-essential.
I know that Equinox is doing like Skype training and stuff in their own way. The struggle is, you know, with Equinox clients, I know a lot of trainers, they box with their clients, and stretching and stuff is a big thing, and they're not getting that.
It's not as effective, not at all. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There's nothing better than having somebody in your face, you know, being able to tell you what to do or yell at you or push you or motivate you.
Jarrell Kudjoe has been a personal trainer in LA for 7 years, but has had his business disrupted by the outbreak of COVID-19.
Every trainer is struggling differently, you know, depending on how you built up your clientele over the past couple of years. You could be struggling terribly and be down in the dumps and, you know, not have anything to work with. I'm still surviving. Like, I have some mobile clients. You know, I'm not surviving as well as I would be if this wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. But, you know, as long as this doesn't go on for like a year, like I'll be okay.
Hopefully, Jarrell and other personal trainers won't need to wait that long. Gyms in Georgia will be reopening on Friday, the first state to begin relaxing social distancing guidelines. For Annenberg Media, I'm Kevin McNamara.
Many people are spending a lot more time on social media these days, so food blogger Carissa Stanton is offering recipes and cooking tips to help her followers through these stress-filled times.
I tried to keep everything the same just because I got a lot of feedback at the beginning. They let me know that it's nice to log on and see my stories, and I'm still cooking. I'm still, you know, doing what I normally do. I really wanted to provide kind of a distraction, a way that people can see the good in this whole situation.
And on that note, Noah, I love that food blogger. She also has this amazing recipe for Greek lemon chicken soup, and they make it all the time for my family. I actually made it twice since we've been in quarantine, but you should definitely check it out.
If when I learn how to cook, I will definitely make sure to check out her recipes and her blog. Thank you so much for watching. We will continue to post newscasts here on the Annenberg Media YouTube channel.
And for more coverage on COVID-19, head to uscannenbergmedia.com. Have a good night.